From Cardi twerking on Stefan Diggs like the divorce was a blessing, to giggling in Paris with a whole new man, to candlelit Venice nights by the canal. Since she split from Offset, Cardi's name has been linked to one pro athlete after another. And some of those moments had the internet completely losing it. Let's start with the most recent wild moment. The Venice dinner with Maduka Okoye. On July 19, 2026, Cardi B and Maduka Okoye were spotted having dinner together at Gio's inside the St. Regis Hotel in Venice, Italy. The two sat side by side overlooking the canal, laughing and chatting with friends. There was no over-the-top PDA, but the sight of them together was enough to send fans into a frenzy. TMZ grabbed the exclusive video, and it all went down right after a fireworks viewing. Canal side, candlelit, straight out a postcard. This one felt like a glamorous European rebound, all elegance and calm after a whole lot of storm. But don't let the peaceful vibes fool you. The stakes were still real. Fresh off the reported Diggs split, Cardi's navigating single motherhood, a divorce finalizing, and the whole world side-eyeing how fast she's back out there. And the big question hanging over the table, friends only or something more? Them rapid back-to-back sightings had everybody guessing. Okoye flashed his smiles while Cardi held court, and even with zero confirmation of romance, the fans shipped him hard, hollering about how fine that man is and begging Cardi to make it official. That's the relatable part. Post-breakup freedom, the excitement of fresh attention from a handsome, chivalrous athlete after all that heavy drama, the quiet luxury of a good meal, good company, and nobody yelling in the comments for one whole night. After all the heartbreak, a peaceful plate of pasta by the water probably felt like pure gold. Of course, there was a twist even in the calm. This cozy dinner popped off right as Okoye's own baby mama controversy resurfaced online. Add in one more layer to a story that just refuses to stay simple. But wild or mild, one thing stayed true. Cardi kept herself in the global headlines, thriving, glowing, and completely in control of her own narrative. But that candlelit dinner in Venice wasn't the first time Cardi and Okoye had people talking. A few weeks earlier, the two had already sent the internet into a frenzy at Paris Fashion Week. The Paris Fashion Week Flirt Fest with Maduka Okoye. July 2026, Haute Couture Week in Paris, and Cardi showed up with a brand new leading man on her arm. At the Jean-Paul Gaultier and Messika shows, she sat right beside Maduka Okoye, the Nigerian Super Eagles goalkeeper. Rockin' bold red and zebra looks while the man played the perfect gentleman. He gallantly helped her to her seat and even handed her a fan. Chivalry on full display. Then it got flirty. Balcony terrace laughs, deep conversations, drinks, maybe even a little Nigerian word lesson, and Cardi out there blushing and grinning big in clips that went mega viral across TikTok and Dugsmoy. Weeks after the Diggs split, this sparked a full-blown new man frenzy overnight. The ship set sail and every gossip account had a fresh new couple to obsess over. But it wasn't all butterflies. Okoye's past got dredged straight up. Controversy flying around, fans splitting into camps over whether he's a red flag or a genuine gentleman. And even DJ academics tried to downplay it, hinting at a salary mismatch for Cardi's lavish lifestyle. But the sightings just kept coming anyway. Emotionally, this was Cardi reclaiming her sexy, fashionable self on the world's biggest stage, healing and co-parenting, while still letting herself feel them new chemistry butterflies. The desire for a real gentleman after a run of turbulent relationships. That's a feeling a whole lot of people understand deep in their bones. And best of all, it positioned Cardi as completely unbothered and thriving internationally, flying across the globe, sitting front row, laughing with a handsome new athlete like the past couldn't touch her. But before Cardi was making headlines across Europe with Maduka Okoye, there was another athlete who had the internet in a chokehold for months, Stefan Diggs, and one of their wildest moments happened during a crazy night in Miami. The Miami strip club party and the Offset rumor storm. Around Diggs' birthday in Art Basel, Cardi was out here partying at the Booby Trap, and the internet lost its whole mind. She pulled up with duffel bags of cash to make it rain and posted carefree dancing videos all night. No cares, no worries, just vibes and singles floating through the air. But then the rumor mill cranked all the way up. Words started flying around that things got chaotic. Energy clashing with current energy in the same building. Cardi wasn't having none of it though. She shut the whole thing down clean, saying not true at all. Straight denial, no hesitation. That's Cardi. She don't let a rumor fester. She grabs the mic and sets it straight. And that's the emotional whiplash of Cardi's whole run, celebrating brand new love while old drama keeps trying to crash the party. There's a newborn in the picture, a divorce still finalizing, and the co-parenting spotlight burning hot as ever. Offset's team even called related posts fabricated, so both sides were out here swatting the story down. Peep the human side though. Anybody who's ever moved on from somebody knows that low-key fear of the exes bumping heads in public. That dread of one dramatic night undoing all the peace you built. Cardi wanted the drama-free happiness, the fun night with her man, the singles reigning, and nothing else. Instead, she she caught a viral rumor cycle she had to personally stomp out. But she handled it the Cardi way. Posted the fun clips, denied the mess, kept it moving like a boss who's seen this movie before. The booby trap night stayed a celebration in her book, not a scandal, no matter what the timeline tried to spin. But that wild night in Miami was just one of the many unforgettable moments they shared. Another came when their relationship reached a whole new level with the arrival of their baby. The pregnancy and baby chapter with Diggs. This chapter carried the highest highs and the deepest lows of the whole Diggs run. The pregnancy got announced around September 2025, and the couple's son arrived that November, a brand new baby dropping right in the middle of a divorce and a whole lot of co-parenting chaos. And Cardi went full wag with it. She made her sideline debut supporting her man, showed up in the owner's box, hit wellness events and yoga sessions, kept the PDA flowing, big game season energy, the whole nine. For a minute there, it looked like she'd finally found the stability she'd been chasing after all that toxicity, but the noise never stopped. Behind the scenes, there were reported splits and reconciliations back and forth, on and off, and a mountain of headlines piling up around Diggs. Cardi found herself in defense mode more than once, standing by her man publicly while still drawing a hard line in the sand. She set the boundary plain. Basically, if he messes up, it's over. That's the tightrope she was. Walking, building a blended family, protecting her kids, chasing stability, but still craving that passion and that peace at the same exact time. Anybody who's ever tried to make something work while the whole world's whispering knows that exact weight on your chest. Every headline was a landmine, every rumor a fresh test, and Cardi kept walking that wire with a newborn on her hip. And the human core of it all? She wanted a real family unit and a partner she could count on. The highs were real, the PDA, the sideline support, the joy, but the lows kept testing every bit of it until the reported split eventually cracked the door open for a whole new name in her story. But before the baby, the courtside PDA, and all the chaos that followed, there was another wild moment that kicked off the whole Diggs chapter. The Valentine's Miami hotel arrival with Diggs. Back it all the way up to February 2025, Valentine's season, when the romance rumors first started really cooking. TMZ caught Cardi in a sparkly silver dress and Diggs in a red cap and Letterman jacket pulling up late night to a Miami hotel.
Big one.
You really love me!
Him behind the wheel, her stepping out the car, grainy, raw, and dripping with what's really going on here. Energy. The Valentine's timing added all the spice. This was fresh off a new divorce filing, so the whole thing hummed with suspense. Was this just two friends linking up, or something way bigger starting to bloom? Nobody knew yet, and that mystery is exactly what made it so addictive to watch. For Cardi, this was the thrill of fresh attention right when the offset pain was still stinging. That rebound rush during heartbreak season, the validation of somebody new looking at you, like you're the whole prize. And the internet ran with it immediately. Offset sure noticed. The sighting sparked instant shade, deleted posts popping up like, "Had you last week," that petty wounded ex energy that tells you everybody was watching this thing unfold in real time. You could feel the whole culture leaning in, phones up ready to turn one blurry clip into a full-blown investigation. But here's why this quieter moment earns its spot. It was the seed. This late-night arrival built directly into everything loud that followed. The Knicks courtside PDA, the Coachella lap dance, the yacht, the whole escalation from subtle to bold, from whisper to spectacle. This was the public start of the entire Diggs era, the first domino, the moment the tabloids realized they had a brand new saga on their hands. That quiet late-night arrival was just the seed, and only a few months later it bloomed into the loudest hard launch New York City had ever seen, right courtside at the Garden. The Knicks game courtside, PDA hard launch, May 2025. Madison Square Garden, Knicks versus Celtics in the playoffs, and Cardi and Diggs turned a basketball game into their own red carpet. They pulled up courtside hand in hand, cuddled up, whispered in each other's ears, traded cheek kisses and neck kisses, and lived all over that jumbotron for the whole arena to see. And peep the room. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were there. Mary J. Blige was there, a whole gallery of stars, but every camera, every eye, every phone locked on Cardi and her baller. Cardi came sleek in a black leather look. Diggs kept it clean in denim, and the PDA kept right on rolling after the final buzzer. This right here was the hard launch. After months of rumors building and building, this was the loud, undeniable, "Yeah, we together, deal with it." For Cardi, it was validation. Years of watching Offset's cheating scandals play out in public, and now she's the one courtside cuddled up, too sexy to be lonely. The whole spectacle screamed, "I've moved on," while she's out here co-parenting 3 kids and holding it all down. The suspense was thick too. Everybody was waiting to see if Offset would blow up about it. The man had shaded her publicly before, so folks braced for fireworks. Meanwhile, whispers about earlier cheating started swirling again, and Cardi shut that noise down, calling it F crazy. That's the relatable rush right there, the feeling of being desired again after betrayal by a fine athlete who treats you right in front of God and everybody. That's the kind of night that rewrites the whole narrative and puts your ex on notice for good. This night turned their romance into full-blown tabloid gold and set the whole stage for every bold moment that followed. But cuddling courtside was downright tame compared to what Cardi pulled off in a Miami club months later when she flipped her man's birthday into a $100,000 spectacle. The Miami birthday party spectacle. So it's December 2025. Diggs turning 32, and Cardi decided a regular party just wouldn't do. She pulled up to the Miami club in a plunging black open-back dress dripping in gold chains, grabbed the mic, sang "Happy Birthday, Sweet as Pie," and then flipped the whole switch. She twerked, she lap danced, and she made it rain a reported $100,000 in singles like the money printer was in her purse. This is the part where you gotta respect the whole story arc. Cardi was fresh off giving birth, a brand new mom stepping into the club and turning the whole room into her personal stage. There was a Stevie Wonder sing-along, coordinated outfits, then full Cardi energy at the Booby Trap, the same strip club that echoed her own stripping past before the fame ever hit. That's full circle energy right there. No shame, no apology. She took the very thing folks once tried to shame her for and flipped it straight into a flex and a whole celebration. And the backdrop heavy. This was a post-baby glow-up popping off right in the middle of paternity and baby mama rumors swirling around Diggs, plus the divorce stress still hanging overhead. The public was picking apart every piece of their little family unit, and Cardi answered the noise the only way she knows: extravagance, confidence, and a duffel bag of cash. Relatable? Deep down, yeah. Reclaiming your body after giving birth, spoiling the person you love, living loud and lavish while everybody's watching and waiting for you to slip. She wasn't slipping. She was throwing hundreds. Weeks after her son came into the world, she chose defiant joy over quiet and made her man's birthday a spectacle folks are still talking about to this day. But if making it rain 100 bands in a club sounds loud, wait till you see what Cardi posted for the entire world the day she made this whole romance Instagram official. Cardi goes Instagram official with that steamy yacht content. This is the one that snapped the whole timeline clean in half. June 1st, 2025, Cardi quit playing coy and made the whole Stefon Diggs romance Instagram official, dropping a carousel that had every gossip page working overtime. We talking cuddles on a yacht, ocean breeze rolling in, a teddy bear big as a linebacker, roses stacked to the sky, luxury on luxury on luxury, but the flex that lit the fuse. Homegirl posted a raunchy clip of her twerking and grinding on Diggs in a thong while that man smacked the cake, waves crashing, a mama hat nodding to that mother energy. Caption read Chapter 5, Hello Chapter 6. Cold-blooded. Now here's what made it diabolical. The timing. This dropped right in the thick of the divorce filings, while Offset was requesting spousal support. Read that twice. A defiant new chapter anthem. Raw passion wrapped in private yacht money, dropped just days after she'd been venting pure hate at her ex. This wasn't just a post. This was Cardi grabbing back her joy, her body, her whole sexuality after years of feeling played and embarrassed. And Offset? Oh, he felt that one deep. He threw shade with deleted tweets, muttering about a good rollout in PR, and posting a basketball gif captioned "Today I'll pass," while Diggs clapped back real subtle with a football catching pick. Fans screamed level up, critics screamed PR stunt, but love it or hate it, the whole planet was tuned in, sharing, screenshotting, and arguing in every comment section on Earth. That's a revenge glow-up in 4K, baby. The kind that got your ex deleting posts at 2 in the morning and refreshing the page just to see if anybody clocked it. She didn't whisper her healing. She broadcast it front-facing camera, no filter, no apology, and dared every single person watching to look away, knowing full well they couldn't. This was the post that separated the casuals from the obsessed, and every single one of them kept watching. But not every one of Cardi's loudest moments came from love. Sometimes it came straight from the mic, when she stopped a whole show to fire shots at the men who played her. The concert shade targeting her exes. March 2026, San Francisco, mid-set, Cardi hit pause on the whole concert to deliver a monologue that ripped across the internet in hours. She looked out at that crowd and let it fly. You can't be out here playing with a bee like me. I'm too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with. The place went absolutely feral. Now this is where the fans turned detective. Who was she talking to? The shot seemed aimed at Offset for years of cheating, and at Diggs for the post-split drama. 2 exes, 1 mic, and a crowd hanging on every word. People dissected that speech line by line looking for the exact target. But peep the layers here. This wasn't just anger, this was raw vulnerability wrapped in pure boss energy. Cardi had been through the ringer. betrayal, pregnancy, birth, breakup, all of it playing out under a microscope. Instead of hiding, she turned that pain into a performance and reclaimed her whole power right there on stage, delivered with that signature Cardi confidence, the crowd riding every syllable with her. And the twist that made it hit different? It came during a stretch of rumored Diggs reconciliation attempts, which made that "don't play with me" message land like a warning shot. She wasn't asking, she was telling. That's why it resonated with so many. Setting boundaries, affirming your worth after getting played, turning heartbreak into something that fuels you instead of breaking you. For a whole lot of folks watching, that wasn't just a Cardi moment, it was a mirror. Empowerment anthems come and go, but a live, unscripted moment like that one hits different, raw, real, and it sticks. And speaking of the fire Cardi brings to a stage, long before she was calling exes out on the mic, she set the whole internet ablaze with a lap dance at Coachella nobody could stop replaying. The Coachella lap dance for Diggs. Rewind to April 2025, before the labels, before official, when this thing was still fresh and reckless. Cardi got caught on camera giving Stefon Diggs a full lap dance at Coachella. Grinding on him on some double-date festival field energy, and them clips, they spread across the timeline faster than wildfire. This was the early romance phase, still deep in the middle of the divorce, and Cardi was out here just free. After all that emotional turmoil, all that Offset drama, she wanted carefree fun, and she took it. She hopped online right after and posted "What a Night," pure, unbothered, rebound bliss. And the twist that had everybody clutching their phones, Offset actually pulled up in the comments with "I'm happy for her." And to this day, nobody can agree if that man was being sincere or dropping the driest sarcasm in history. That's the kind of mystery that keeps a comment section alive for weeks. Underneath the flashing lights, though, there was something real relatable happening here. That thrill of new chemistry, that rush of physical desire after you finally climb out a toxic cycle, the feeling of being wanted again, right out in the open. No, he didn't. Cardi wasn't sneaking around. She was grinding on a fine athlete in front of a whole festival, letting the world watch her have a good time. This moment did serious work too. It was the bridge. It took all them whispered rumors and carried them straight toward official status. What started as a "did you see this clip?" turned into the launch pad for everything that came after. The yacht, the birthdays, the courtside cuddles. The lap dance was the spark that told everybody, loud and clear, a new era had arrived, whether Offset liked it or not. From a festival clip to a full tabloid takeover, this was the moment the world knew Cardi wasn't looking back. From late night Miami sparks to yacht deck chaos to candlelit Venice nights, Cardi B proved one thing over and over: the glow up ain't a phase, it's a lifestyle. Drop a comment on which moment was the wildest, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this video, smash on any of the cards on your screen.